And here we are today, Fort McMurray, Alberta, Dawson Wallace Home Depot project. It's November 18th. A little bit of snow on the ground. There was more, but the wind was howling, so it's all drifted and blown across into Gregoire or something like that. So we'll take a look at where we're at on site today. As we come around to the front corner of the building, a bunch of forms for green construction that'll be used for the interior pile caps. You can see some of the snow drifted in our excavations. We'll worry a little bit more about that when we get to forming that section of wall. But in the meantime, finishing being cozy under a bunch of insulated tarps here. The front vestibule is poured, and the front wall up to the lumber vestibule. A crew of guys are getting ready and starting the secondary stripping, pulling the bracing off before they get to the forms, while we do a slow cool down from heating. As we take a turn, we can see some of the interior pile caps being poured under the tarps, keeping warm. You might notice two sizes. The closest two right now, large and rectangular. This is where we had pile errors before, with a remedial pile cap detail to capture the anchor bolts and ensure good support. Regular size under the next two tarps. Green construction setting forms to get our next pile caps on the way on the interior. Rod buster crew coming in tomorrow to start tying steel. While we start the next section of grade beams, we've got some guys working on a beam bottom for an open gap here, so we can get along to the back side of the building and start standing the rear of the building. Heading over to the southeast corner, we've got Creative Industries at work in order to reach over the wall at its current size. A larger excavator has been brought in, and the final fill getting to the underside of topsoil elevation is going in behind the retaining wall. In this section of here, other than at the extreme far end, very corner, the top row of blocks is placed, the flat tops. All that sits on top of them shortly to follow will be a chain link fence. Now we'll head back down the east grade beams, where Green's getting ready, dropping some sleepers. I'm going to start standing the forms on the building, getting ready for their rod buster trade. Interior of the building is getting flattened out and ready. Backfill will happen around the caps after they're poured, but Kitchen Contracting is clearing surplus out of the building. And over in the far corner, again, we have Creative Industries our bulked material out of behind the retaining wall, plus a little leftover sewer swell when we had to kick wayward out early in order to get the retaining wall going and excavations. The material is being exported off-site. This will make room. Next week, Wood Buffalo Paving will be importing granular. This will be the storage lot until such time as we do the parking lot. We're going to elevate ourselves up to the sky to look at what we have. Grid line 5 is approximately a little better than half the building from the south. Incoming next week, we have Rampart Steel and Island Industries coming. In the near future, we'll see steel standing while the north half of the grade beams are being finished out. With that, if you've taken the time to join in and watch, I'd like to thank you for doing that. I invite you to keep tuned to this channel for more updates as we keep going along on this Home Depot project. Wishing you all a great day.